Hi there! Ever since the Kindle Scribe came out late last year, I've had some complaints about the software and how it's missing some very major features, but Amazon has been releasing new software updates very consistently ever since the Scribe came out, and they just released another one with some major improvements that take things to the next level. I'm just going to jump into it in this video. There are 4 new features in this update. You can use the chapter markers down below to skip around if you'd like. Let's dive in. Now, the first one that I want to talk about is the one that I've been asking for a very long time. It's the ability to convert your handwriting to digital text. Basically, how it works, if you're going to one of your notebooks on the Kindle Scribe, you'll go to the export button. You'll have a few new options here. Previously, the only thing you can do is send an email to yourself with all the pages of your notebook basically as a PDF, but now you have 2 other options to send it as a quick send and convert all the writing to digital text. Or you can also use the more advanced option to go through all your pages and audit everything before you send it, and also share it with multiple people at the same time. Now, the quick send feature is very easy to use. You just press 1 tap and it takes your entire notebook and tries its best to convert it to digital text for you and sends you a text file as an attachment to an email to your Amazon email address. This works pretty well if all your handwriting is pretty straightforward, but I would recommend using the other option where you can preview everything and make some edits before you send that file. Now, depending on how long your notebook is, it may take a little bit of time for the Kindle Scribe to go through and convert all your handwriting to text, but once you do, you'll have a nice screen over here where you can clearly preview every single page to see what the conversion looks like, and you can make sure all the things that you wrote actually converted the way you want them to. And you'll notice that sometimes, depending on your handwriting, it may not be able to understand what you wrote. I've had a few situations where it came up with random symbols and characters. So having this preview screen is a great way to go in and clean things up before you send it. Now, this feature works best if you're just doing simple handwriting in a notebook. If you're doing other things like drawing and sketching, this really is not for you. But I do like how they added this as a main feature now. This is one of those things that I really wish they had from the very start, so it's a very welcome addition. Once you go through and audit all your pages and make sure everything is right, you then have the ability to send it to yourself, or you can add up to 4 other people, so you have a total of 5 people you can send this to all at one time. And basically what it'll do is it'll send an email to these people and include an attachment for a text file. Now, once you have that text file, you can have full control over the text. You can copy and paste it into other note-taking apps like Notion or Evernote or Apple Notes, whatever you're using. You can do whatever you want with that text. And I do love this feature. I think it's going to be a very, very powerful feature for a lot of people, but I do have a few more complaints about it. I still think there's some more work to be done. I really wish this conversion feature would work in other features of the Kindle Scribe outside of the notebook section. Right now, the Scribe will only convert your handwriting in the notebooks, but if you're taking notes, for example, while reading a book in sticky notes or attaching notes to your highlights, this conversion feature is currently not supported in those places. My dream would be for Amazon to add this conversion feature to their books so I can take highlights and attach a handwritten note to it, then have those handwritten notes automatically converted to regular text so they show up in my Readwise, which is a third-party app, for example, and have all my notes from my other books all sync together in one place. So it doesn't matter if I'm handwriting or typing, everything just works seamlessly together. That's the conversion that I would really love for Amazon to create. The next update for the Kindle Scribe is this new Lasso Select tool, which is a major quality of life upgrade that really should have been there from the very beginning. So I'm really happy to see that they finally added it. What I love about this new Lasso Select tool is it works anywhere on the Kindle Scribe. So unlike the previous update where the conversion only works in notebooks, with this new Lasso tool, you can use it anywhere you can take handwritten notes, including in books, marking up PDFs, wherever. You have this tool available to you. It's a very straightforward tool. All you have to do with it is circle things that you want to move around. You can circle a sentence, a word, a scribble, and you can move it somewhere else on the page. You also have the option to make it bigger or smaller. You even have the option to cut something and paste it somewhere else on the page, which is very cool. It's actually implemented very well, so I definitely give a lot of credit to Amazon for the way they did this. Now, the third update we have for the Kindle Scribe are some PDF quality of life improvements. These are very small improvements, but I do think for people who read PDFs a lot on their Scribe, this will be a very welcome update. Now, the first part of this PDF improvement is the ability to read your PDFs in landscape mode, so you can rotate your Scribe and read longer documents like that. It does get a bit wonky at times. Sometimes it gets really zoomed in, so you have to scroll around the page using your finger, but if you have a PDF that works better in landscape mode, you now have the option to rotate it. Now, the other part of this update is actually something I find really interesting. They added the ability to change the margins inside of your PDF. This is actually really important because you can now use this as a way to make the font size of your PDFs a bit bigger or smaller. So previously, there was no way to adjust the font of a PDF on your Kindle Scribe, but with this new margin select tool, you have 3 different options to choose from, which does really help with the font size as well. Now, the last update in this release is this new section in the Kindle bookstore for books specifically designed for the Kindle Scribe that you can write on. In my opinion, this is a very big step in the right direction. If you didn't already know, previously, if you buy any book from the Amazon bookstore and you tried reading it on your Kindle Scribe and writing on it, you will not be able to. You only have the ability to use the pen if you use the sticky notes feature while reading a Kindle book on your Scribe. If you want to actually mark up the book, like underline things, circle things, write in the margins, you can only do that in PDFs. With this new section of the bookstore, we're now seeing a new catalog of books that actually do work on the Kindle Scribe, so you can buy a book directly from Amazon and then write on it while you're reading. Now, most of the books available are basically like crossword puzzles, Sudoku, or journals, things like that. There's not really any actual books on there, but I do hope that they allow in the future for authors to opt into this new section of the bookstore so their books will be supported on the Kindle Scribe. For right now though, all we can do is use these crossword puzzles and Sudoku puzzles, things like that, which is not a bad thing at all. It's actually quite a bit of fun to have a dedicated place in the bookstore to buy these kind of books now for your Scribe. Another fun fact that I realized though is it seems like these books that are in the Kindle Scribe section of the bookstore will not work on your other Kindles, so just keep that in mind. Everything that you buy from this new Write On section is really specifically designed for your Scribe. Now, all of these features are a really welcome addition to the Kindle Scribe, but they're just one update in a large series of updates that have been coming out over the past few months. If you want to see the last update that Amazon released for the Kindle Scribe, I have a whole video about it that just came out a few weeks ago. Link for that on the screen right now. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.